spending time with kids, but there's a difference between the idea of spending time with the kids and going outside and throwing the football or stuff like that versus the experience of sitting down, playing a game, doing some artwork or stuff like that. One of my daughters, she loves artwork. She has art all over her walls. She says she wants to be an art teacher, and we watch YouTube videos, and on those YouTube videos, they were doing this pour art type stuff, and she's like, oh, I love that. I want to do that. Well, I wanted her to have that experience. And that's my thing is she didn't know what it was going to experience. The paint getting on her hand, the paint getting on the floor, paint getting on the clothes, what actually pictures she would create with her mind, with the colors, the way she holds it, angles it, the way that it settles out and makes this beautiful picture. And she would have never known that if I didn't spend the money and create a studio, basically putting paper down everywhere, plastic, and table, and getting everything set up, waiting for the shipment, getting different kinds of paints, and doing all of this stuff with her to produce this idea. It was a lot of effort to produce this idea that she saw from a very short video, So you almost see these YouTube videos and you don't realize what goes in the production behind it. But here's the greatest thing is, you don't know what the result would be if you experience that with your kid. You don't know what that would do for your kid forever if you experience by taking the time, spending the money, and allowing them to test, to see, to fail, to do it again. One of my daughters, we were doing it, and she was wanting to do the balloons, and get like a texture on top of the paint. And she was getting frustrated because she wasn't getting the results that she wanted. I said, that's okay. So then I pulled out another canvas. I said, try again. Let's do something different. And that's what I'm trying to say is are we making opportunities for our kids to have opportunities? Or are we pigeonholing them into act like this, think like this, say like that? Well, hopefully your church or hopefully your school will, have an art class and they'll do it for you. But see, even if my kid had that experience at the art class, she always remembers what it was like with the art teacher, not with me. Not that my dad loved me enough that he would spend the money, that he would spend the time, that he would do all of this to create this experience within me. And now she knows. So now she knows two things. She knows what it's like to have her dad love her and to have that experience with her. And then also she knows what it was like to have that experience. Versus she would know what it was like for that art teacher to help her. And I think a lot of times we yield so much to other people. We're like, oh, well, that's their gifting. That's their teaching. Well, the school should do that. They should do this. And my question is, even if you fail, aren't you the one who should do it? Aren't you the one who would like to say about sex the first time your kid hears sex? It's from you because it's in a great intimate relationship with you and your wife. It's in a wholesome thing. It's not, some joke that they heard and they don't even understand the joke, but it was said in the bathroom or, wouldn't you want to be the first one? Because then you all of a sudden you are the author and authority of that subject. So when I bring paint to the table, she thinks I'm a paint teacher because basically I'm doing all of this paint stuff that she saw the professionals do on YouTube. Automatically, from the experience standpoint, I'm at the top of the top with her because I did what she wanted to do. I allowed the creative genius in her to say, I want to do that, and gave it to her. And, a lot of times we let other people do that, and that's fine and it's good. But I'm stretching you to say, could there be more? Could there be more with your relationship? Could there be more that your kids could experience in relationship with you?